Thanks. So, thank you, Jan. Great to be here. Well, in Berlin, there's no jacket required. So this must be a banker's city somehow. So it's great to be here. My name is Knut Hechtfischer. I'm one of the two founders of Ubitricity. I'm tempted to map a little bit what we do and what we've already heard, so you'd be able to check a lot of boxes. But I stick to what I've prepared and tell you about, well, of course, Ubitricity and what it's all about. Ubitricity, to start with the name, is about access to electricity, therefore the tricity, and how this can be made ubiquitous. And zero Google results, as I like to point out, in 2007. When we started the company. Some words about the company. Today it's 40 employees. It's based in Berlin. We've raised roughly 15 million pounds, say, over the last year, starting with an A round in 2011. Got first strategics on board in 14 and 15, and what convinced them, I will tell you now. So this is an iconic picture we like to use. It's not my car, but it's plugged to in a street light near to my home. The idea of being ubiquitous includes that you should be able to connect an EV for charging, and that's what Ubitricity is about, charging EVs and creating builds for that. You should be able to plug that in just everywhere. And why not in a street light? You know, reducing cost by using what's already there, that is all about efficiency, but how would you be able to access? How would you manage the access that you can download your electricity wherever you are, that it will be on your bill associated with your tariff, comes with a provider of your choice? Now that reminds you of something. Yeah, it sounds a bit like mobile. So the basic idea behind Ubitricity is manage electricity access as if it were data. Yeah, you are all connected, have unique identifiable devices with tariffs running on it, and you can up and download your stuff on your account wherever you are. That's mobile. Yeah, you can send the data, you can download it, accessing just everywhere with a mobile tool. So if you could do this as a utility, yeah, sending not the data to a specific person, wherever that person is, or the device, but the electricity and forth and back, that would be a nice contribution for distributed an energy cloud, as I've just learned. So a bit like the idea of a SIM card associated with your electricity contract that you take along, learning from Telco. So you will have a smart mobile device that comes with an individual service and a tariff, you know, your mobile electricity tariff, that allows you for the future that you price on consumer needs. You bundle a service, which is a utility service, with that device. And even have the freedom of choice. You're knowing from Telco, you're free to select your electricity suppliers at home. You're free to choose your electricity suppliers, either your Telco providers for your mobile devices. So why shouldn't that work for Telco? Why would you build these terminals to connect a rolling asset, which is the lovely Tesla that you want to connect to the network, like a phone booth, instead of thinking mobile? Mobile means bring your own intelligence to be able to connect to the network wherever you are. Not putting more terminals on the walls or telephone booths or internet terminals, just bring your own. So that is what we've built. Ubitricity is all about reducing the cost of accessing the network by applying telco logics. Do not install redundant technology on places where you might show up. Yeah, because remember, a car is not charging only in one place, but maybe in two, at home and at work, say. And if you want to have an intelligent network access then and there, you should really use mobile logic, because then you need it only once. And then you can attach an electricity supply contract to that. Now, good thing is that has all been built and it's up and running. We do not need light poles. Of course, we can also wall mount our, what we call them, simple sockets. Think of a docking station, and to host then the mobile electricity, which is there. It's a mobile smart meter. Utilities always supply to meters. We just make the service from utilities mobiles by applying mobile smart meters. Now, that also works in London. Isn't that nice? There is significant demand from a number of boroughs to retrofit on-demand streetlights. So you call your borough, say, I want a streetlight retrofitted, you will get an answer. That's a nice one too. Yeah. It took 20 minutes to install, and it's 10 times cheaper than anything else you might be able to install. We are now doing a number of pieces in Chelsea, around the block for a single Tesla driver who then will be able to plug into a streetlight of choice using green electricity invoiced by us. Now, the business is providing data to utilities. It's a B2B2C digital utility, add a buzzword you want, service. Yeah, it's so distributed in cloud you cannot imagine. Yeah, no, but it's about reducing transaction cost and therefore having a real business opportunity for utilities to add a new attractive service to their portfolio. We're not intending to send bills. It's utilities having a new business because of our data and hardware. We do it a white label, so with one signature, a utility can sign on. We have currently 6 on the network that are already delivering that. Here are some example pictures, whatever they like to brand it. That's another one. That's still another one, but that's the new one. So Incan, I need a new one. That's a couple of months old. You see the blue mobile meter that should be now rebranded in the new corporate design of Energy. This one I'm particularly proud of. So the biggest utility in the world, State Grid, is considering to opt for that technology. I mean, that's early stage, but something. Not everyone has something on street in Beijing. Model is pretty straightforward. We sell data to utility on a monthly basis so that they are able to produce mobile electricity bills for the respective device. Just as if it were a phone bill, you get a mobile bill for your electricity consumption when your car is driving around, and that's from the utility. We're not really in hardware. We have a reference design, of course, but the base is really metering. Now, other applications for mobile metering? Well, I like to say the most important upper left of the learning curve, this premium application of mobility comes first. And this strong focus, like currently, that's what we're doing in Germany, what we are now starting in the UK, and which, with the help of our strategic investor EDF from France, will be rolled out over a couple of other European jurisdictions. But if you can send a bill to a cable, an electricity bill, you might consider to bill and invoice a lot of consumptions of individual devices. So I cut that a bit short, but we are able in Germany to connect your car as mobile storage on the street, plugged into a street light with your PV rooftop on the countryside and charge the car directly with that PV rooftop stub. And we are also able to do that, and it's up and running behind the meter. You can charge at your German employer your car with your private PV rooftop installation and have distributed cloud storage, and that is online and up and running. Now, why wouldn't you consider heating, pumping, cooling? I would. So that would be another couple 100 million devices, and I would love to talk about that. We have a nice situation of having strong investors, but we really interested to consider strategic investors who would facilitate the rollout and launch of this technology over Europe and beyond. So, and you might even feel like a cowboy with a cable. Yeah. Thanks.